So everyone has probably had French fries, the regular potatoes that are sliced up, fried in oil, and they're delicious. Some of you may also have had sweet potato fries. I actually really love these. And one of the nice things about these is you can do these in the oven without having to deep fry. Now you can definitely fry them in oil, but this oven method I'm using today, really simple. So let's get started. Now this is what we're working with here. This is 2 pounds of sweet potatoes. You could scale this recipe up if you want to make a lot more, but I'm doing 2 pounds today. But for a minute, I'm going to set these aside because I want to get a little bit of a dipping sauce ready for these fries. Now we're starting with 1/2 cup of mayonnaise, and to this I'm going to add 1/4 cup of sour cream. Next up, 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt. Now I'm going to slide this out of the way really quick because I want to chop up some scallions. And I want to get a pretty good chop on these so they're small, not like a real fine dice, but you know, smaller pieces. Get this into our dipping sauce mixture here. Finally, we're going to add some hot sauce here. Now I'm going to use about 1 tablespoon of hot sauce, and the hot sauce I'm going to be using is something I just found. I ordered a 3-pack of these sauces from Woo's Hot Sauces. I guess you pronounce it Woo's. And this one, the Ultimate Hot Sauce, is amazing. To me, it's the perfect blend of heat and flavor. Not too hot, it's like a medium heat, but the flavor is amazing. I haven't tried the other 2 yet. They look a little bit hotter than this one based upon the name and the heat level on the back, but I'll go for those sooner or later. Now this is totally up to your heat level. I'm gonna add, I don't know, maybe 1 tablespoon, maybe a little less. Now, I could measure this out, but I'm just eyeballing it here. Now let's go ahead and mix this up. We'll give it a taste, see if we need to add anything. Might add some more hot sauce. Really, I just want this to be flavorful with a little kick. If you want more of a kick, use a hotter hot sauce. And these hot sauces, as I mentioned, I purchased, this company reached out to me and said, hey, can we send you some hot sauces? And what I like to do when it's a small business, someone that's, you know, just really trying and making good product, I like to buy it and give it a shot. And man, let me tell you, I am not disappointed with this hot sauce. It is awesome. I'm a little scared of the hotter ones though, but I'll give them a try. Let's get just a little taste here and see how we're doing. Ooh, that's nice, but we need some more hot sauce. Mix that up. Take another little taste here. Just that little bit more of a kick there. That's great. All right, this is going in the refrigerator, and we're gonna move on to getting our potatoes ready. So first thing we need to do is we need to peel our potatoes. And that is this simple. Peel the potatoes. Not super complicated. So our sweet potatoes are peeled, and you see that I got down mostly to that sort of orangish interior. Sometimes you'll have a little bit of a lighter, paler intermediary between that outer skin and this pinker flesh. You want to take that down as much as possible. If a little stays on there, it's not going to hurt anything. So first, I'm going to go ahead and just take the ends off of these. And now this is a pretty long one here, so what I'm going to do first is cut this in half. And what we want to end up with are, you know, French fry shapes, approximately 1/4 to 1/2 inch in size. The more uniform they are, the better they're going to cook because everything's going to be done about the same time. First, let's just go ahead and split this down the middle here. And we're going to try and create some planks that are about the thickness we want. It'll be a little tricky, but take your time. So see, about that thickness. And it doesn't have to be perfect. See if we can get one more plank out of this one right here. Now, they're gonna vary a little bit. Some are gonna be a little thinner, some are gonna be a little thicker. That's fine, it's all gonna work out. Now these right here, I'm just gonna take and get into a rough French fry shape. Just like that, like little sticks. This is what we want. Let's do some more. And if you wanna get really precise and make sure they're all like squared off, you can, but see, these have rounded edges. I'm not worrying about that. It's all gonna taste good. And if some cook a little more because they're thinner than others, those are just the well done ones. I'm gonna go ahead and break the rest of these down, and then we're gonna move on to making our seasoning for these. So we're gonna start making our seasoning mixture for the sweet potato fries, but what you wanna do right now is start preheating your oven to 425 degrees. What you also wanna do is have a baking sheet preheating in the oven so it gets hot. That way, when we put these sweet potato fries on them, they immediately start browning because that pan's already hot. First up, we're gonna go with half a teaspoon of salt, but I've broken it up here. I've got half a teaspoon of kosher salt and half a teaspoon of a birch smoked salt. So here's our kosher salt, and here's our birch smoked salt. Total of 1 teaspoon. If you just want to go with straight kosher salt or any other type of salt you want, go for it. Half a teaspoon of a ground black pepper, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm gonna mix this all together here. Let's get our cut up sweet potatoes here. And we're just gonna pour this over them. Scrape everybody out of there. Now I'm just gonna get in here and mix with my hands. I wanna get a good coating on these. Doesn't need to be a very soupy coating here. We just wanna get a little bit on everybody. Because sweet potatoes already have such a great flavor when you do something like this to them. We're just adding some savory notes. Just like that. As soon as our oven is preheated, we'll get that pan out here, get these on them. And when they go in, they're gonna go in for about 10 to 15 minutes. Then we're gonna take the pan out quickly, turn them all over, put them back in for about another 10 minutes. It's really about the look at that point. Can hear that sizzle. Now we want to get them completely spread out here. If you have more than this, use multiple trays. Just want everybody to have some good surface contact here, as much as possible. If someone doesn't cooperate here, it's not the end of the world. It'll still taste good. All right, these are going into our 425-degree oven, and we'll take them out in 15 minutes, flip them around, give everybody good coverage, and then they'll go back in for 10 minutes, and then we're gonna have some good fries. Those are looking good. We just wanna kinda toss them around here. You could be really precise and flip each individual one over. I'm not gonna do that. They're looking and smelling really good here. And again, if you wanted to deep fry these, you could, but if you don't want to get all the oil out and do all that and make that mess, this is a definite alternative that works really well. In fact, right here, I'm gonna steal one, see how they taste already. That is nice. All right, these are going back in the oven for about 10 more minutes, maybe 15. We'll do it just by looking at it and see how they are. And then we'll get those out and we're gonna have a taste. And there we go, a nice hot tray of sweet potato fries. Again, if you want to deep fry these and get sort of that real crispiness to them, you could even put a coating on them. Totally up to you. That's one way you can do this. This is a little bit of that healthier way without adding the oil, and it tastes terrific. So I'm gonna let these cool for just a couple minutes, then I'm gonna go ahead and get these ready so we can have a taste with that dipping sauce. All right, here they are, 2 little cups of our baked sweet potato fries with our spicy dip. I'm not even sure what to call this. It's got scallions in it, it's got hot sauce. I don't know, what should I call it? Like scallion hot sauce dip or hot scallion dip? I don't know. Whatever it is, it tastes great. We're gonna dip some of these fries in here right now. So let me slide one of these out of the side here. And I'm gonna go with one of these. And once again, these are baked. They're not gonna be as crispy as ones that you deep fry, but that's part of making it this way, to have a little bit of the healthier approach to it, a little bit less oil, and they taste great. And before we dip, let's have a taste without anything. That's pretty darn good. And when you get that little bit of that char area, that little bit of well done, that's crispy. Really, really nice. Sweet potatoes always release great sugars when you cook them. This is no exception. Now let's add a little bit of the savory with this dip. Cheers. That is the perfect thing to go with this. Little bit of that savoriness, a little bit of the heat, but it's also still cool and refreshing. Really terrific. And if you're making these, remember every oven's different, so you may have to adjust the times a little bit. but really get them cooked to the level of doneness you want. Some of this nice color on there from the heat in the oven, a little bit of charring. That's what I like. Pair it with a great dipping sauce, you got a winner.